Congratulations! You've chosen one of the best washing machines in the world. The Whirlpool Duet front-loading washer gives you the ability to gently care for a broad range of your household fabrics, from your most delicate items to some of your bulkiest. You'll now be able to care for things at home that you used to have to take to the laundromat or dry cleaners. And while no other brand of residential washer has a larger cleaning capacity, your new Whirlpool Duet uses far less water and energy than conventional washers. Take a few minutes to watch this video, and you'll see how easy it is to use the Whirlpool Duet. Open the door and see for yourself. It's a big door with a big window that makes it easier to see. This opening is larger than those you'll find on most other front loaders, making it easier to load and unload the Whirlpool Duet washer. The tilted drum makes loading easier too. The innovative Pedestal gives you a lift on wash day. This option raises the washer for less bending and stooping. The large drawer down below provides handy storage space for detergent and other laundry products. The controls are on the front so the top can be completely uncluttered. With an uncluttered top and front-mounted controls, your Duet can be installed under a custom height counter. Or, if you need to install the pair in a very small space, you can stack the matching dryer on top. You'll appreciate these installation options when it seems there just isn't enough room. Now let's do some laundry and see how easy it is to use your new Whirlpool Duet washer. Sort the laundry and load through the large front opening. You'll be surprised how much it holds, from bedding to other large household items you've never machine washed before. Go ahead and fill it up. Just make sure that the door closes easily. Here's something new. Your Whirlpool Duet has a special dispenser drawer for laundry additives. Never put laundry additives directly on your clothes through the washer door. The dispenser drawer has separate compartments and will dispense each additive at the right time in the wash cycle to give outstanding cleaning performance. Start with the detergent compartment. Don't fill beyond the maximum line. Use the same detergent in the pre-wash compartment here if you want a pre-wash. For outstanding cleaning performance, we recommend using a high-efficiency detergent like Tide HE to the maximum line. If you use regular detergent, use less. In fact, use only about 1/2 of what you normally might use. Notice the detergent separator. It's located in the back position, ready for using powder detergent. If you'd like to use liquid detergent, move the separator forward to this location. Powdered detergent is recommended if you choose the pre-wash or auto-soak features. If you use powdered bleach, add it to the main wash detergent compartment with your powder detergent. If you use liquid color-safe bleach, add it to the main detergent dispenser with your liquid detergent. Keep it powder and powder or liquid and liquid. This compartment is for liquid chlorine bleach. Don't make the mistake of adding powdered bleach or liquid color-safe bleach to this compartment. It's only for liquid chlorine bleach. It holds 1/3 of a cup, which is enough to brighten and whiten your largest load. There's a max mark to tell you when it's full. Fill the fabric softener compartment the same way. It holds 1/3 of a cup. The dispenser drawer is self-flushing, but can be easily removed and cleaned at any time by just pressing this release. Now we're ready to shut the door, set the controls, and start the machine. The controls are extremely easy to use, and you can have the washer running in seconds. Look at the round knob control with the green Control On button just to the left. Your Duet washer will save energy by automatically powering down the control panel when the washer is not in use. The Control On button awakens the washer so that it's ready to accept your commands. Each position on the round dial is a cycle. Turn the knob and you'll see a red light at your cycle of choice. Then press and hold the green Start button to the right, and you're done. You must hold down Start for about a second. That's all there is to it. It's really that simple. Of course, you can modify the cycle with more or less time depending how dirty your clothes are. Add options: pre-wash, soaks, or rinses. Modify temperature and spin speed for most of the cycles by pressing one of these buttons. It's all at your fingertips. Some options are not selectable with certain cycles. The washer will let you know with a single tone if you cannot select that option. Let's look at several of the cycles. The knob control offers the most aggressive cleaning at the top of the dial, and step-by-step offers gentler cleaning as you move down. The sanitary cycle does a great job killing germs. This cycle boosts the water temperature to over 150 degrees, even if your home water heater is set to 120 degrees. Again, saving you money because you only get the heat when you need it. If you want to really clean your baby's diapers, or you want to get rid of pet odors, use the sanitary cycle. The whitest white cycle is made for getting your whites really clean. Just add detergent and 1/3 of a cup liquid chlorine bleach to the dispenser and select this cycle for optimal whites cleaning. The heavy-duty and normal casual cycles are the workhorse cycles for everyday use. But there's more. Here's Quick Wash. This cycle gets lightly soiled small loads ready for the dryer in less than 35 minutes. The cycle finishes with a very high spin speed to reduce drying time. It's perfect for when your daughter has a soccer game in an hour and didn't give you her dirty uniform until just now. The next group of cycles make life much easier, offering a gentle option for things you've never been able to use a washer for before. Delicates like these. Washable silk. The wool cycle is for washable woolens with a felt-free finish. The cycle will cradle your garments and gently moves your woolens through the wash water to give you less shrinking and pilling. This cycle may save you a trip to the dry cleaners. When used in conjunction with the dryer rack in the Whirlpool Duet, you'll have that sweater you want for that meeting tomorrow morning. The hand washable cycle gives you the gentleness of hand washing for delicate linen and special care items that you would normally hand wash. It uses cold wash and rinse temperatures, extra low speed intermittent tumbling, and extra low speed spins. If you have small children, you can easily lock out the controls. Just press this button, hold for 3 seconds, and look for the bottom status light to come on. To unlock, press and hold the button again for 3 seconds. The controls can be locked out either while the washer is running or while it is sitting idle. With this new washing technology, you will find that your washer works differently from the one you previously owned. Don't be surprised if your Whirlpool Duet sounds different than a conventional washer. At the beginning of a wash cycle, you will hear a distinctive click that tells you the door has locked. The washer then sprays water into the drum, and you will hear a click again indicating the door has unlocked. After a brief pause, the door will lock again and go through the wash cycle. This is normal and is a safety feature for you and your family. Through most of its cycles, this washer is extraordinarily quiet. But when some cycles finish, it will spin at a much higher speed than conventional washers, extracting much more water to cut drying time, again, saving you money. Should you add too much detergent to the wash, the washer's sensor detects excessive suds and activates a suds routine to rinse detergent suds completely out of your clothes. So don't worry, the display will show sud. Remember to add less detergent next time. When you are adding liquid chlorine bleach to the dispenser, do not add more than 1/3 of a cup. Adding more bleach will cause the dispenser to activate and pour bleach directly into the washer drum. The pause cancel button is here. If you've started the washer but want to change to a different cycle, press pause cancel twice and make some new cycle selections. You may need to add detergent again. If you want to add an item after the washer is started, you'll need to press pause cancel once to pause the cycle and unlock the door. You may add an item whenever the add a garment light is on. To restart the washer, just close the door and press and hold start. You'll find a quick start washer guide and a dispenser drawer guide with the washer, and complete details in your Whirlpool use and care guide.
If you are installing both the washer and the dryer, we recommend that you install the washer first. Make sure your water heater is set to deliver 120-degree water to the washer. A grounded outlet must be within 4 feet of where the cord is attached to the machine. Do not use an extension cord to get power to the washer. Gather the few simple tools you'll need for the installation: a flashlight, an adjustable wrench, or better still, two open-end wrenches, 5/8 of an inch and a 1/2 inch. You'll need a pair of pliers, a level, a wood block about 2 by 4 inches, a measuring tape or ruler, a Phillips head screwdriver if you're installing the pedestal, a 5/16 of an inch or 8 millimeter hex head ratchet, and a spray bottle of window cleaner. Here's how to install the pedestal for your Duet washer. If you're not installing the pedestal, fast forward to the next section. Install the pedestal as close to the final location as possible, but make sure there's enough room to lay down the washer and attach the pedestal. Remove the pedestal from its carton. Be sure to check the installation instructions inside. You're not going to completely remove the washer from its carton yet. Instead, use a utility knife to cut through the carton along the dotted lines around all 4 sides. To protect the floor, place a large flat piece of cardboard cut from the pedestal carton under the entire back edge of the washer, making sure the cardboard sticks out past the washer and under where the pedestal will be. Now, with the washer still in its carton, lay the washer on its back. It's important to keep the carton on the washer because the corner packing material protects the hose connections on the back of the washer. Those connections might be damaged by the weight of the machine. Once the washer is on its back, remove the bottom of the packaging. Find the envelope taped inside the pedestal drawer. The envelope contains 4 hex head sheet metal screws to connect the pedestal to the bottom of the Duet. Remove the Phillips head screws from both drawer sides. Save these screws. You'll need them later to reattach the drawer. Unscrew and remove the 4 adjustable feet from the bottom of the washer. The pedestal has its own leveling feet. Partially install the 2 lower hex head screws in these holes located on the bottom of the washer. You need to leave about 3/8 of an inch between the screw head and the bottom of the washer. Move the pedestal against the bottom of the Duet washer and slide the pedestal's keyhole slots over the lower 2 partially installed screws. The top of the pedestal has padding strips to cushion the washer. Do not try to remove these strips. Lift the pedestal toward the front of the washer and install the 2 remaining hex head sheet metal screws. Do not tighten these screws completely. First, make sure the pedestal is perfectly aligned with the washer. Now, completely tighten all 4 screws. Tip the washer and pedestal back upright. This is a 2-person job. Now, remove the protective cardboard. You're almost done with the pedestal. Don't replace the drawer just yet. After the washer is in place, you'll level the washer by reaching into the pedestal opening. Now let's look at washer installation. Duet washers and dryers offer more installation options than many other front loaders. Duet can be stacked, mounted under a custom height counter, or installed in an open area. You can also install Duet inside an enclosure. When installing in a closet, make sure there is at least 1 inch or 25 millimeters of space on the sides of the machines. Doors must be louvered and have vents installed for air movement. Check your use and care guide for details. This segment looks at basic washer installation in an open area. Check that you have all the parts supplied with your new washer, a beaded tie strap, and 4 transport bolt hole plugs. Be sure to record your model number, serial number, and purchase date in your owner's manual. Refer to the owner's manual for full description of the installation process. First, move the washer to within 3 feet of its final position. Be careful. This is a very heavy washer, and 2 people are needed to move it. If your floor covering is easily scuffed, you may want to use a large piece of corrugated cardboard or a throw rug under the machine as you slide it. If you are moving the washer on a dolly, never rest the curved front against the dolly or push or pull the front with a great deal of force. Handle the washer by the sides or back. If hoses are attached to the back and you are moving through a narrow door, you may need to remove the hoses temporarily. On the back of your Whirlpool Duet washer, you'll find 4 transport bolts that hold the drum in place while the washer is being shipped. You'll have to remove these 4 bolts to free up the suspension. You can easily find the bolts because each one is tied to the power cord. Just unscrew each bolt about 1/2 inch using your 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter wrench and slide the bolts and their plastic collars to the side. You may have to wiggle each one a bit, but you'll be able to pull out a long plastic spacer with a metal wire attached. Be careful not to drop the plastic spacers in the washer. Slide the power cord out of each spacer. Keep the bolts stored near the washer, as you'll want to reinstall them if you ever move your Duet washer to a new home. This will help protect the suspension system. Once the bolts are out, fill the holes with the transport bolt hole plugs. Just slip them in and push to the side. If you have a standpipe, measure its height and diameter with your tape measure. It must be at least 2 inches in diameter. It must be at least 30 inches high, but no higher than 8 feet. Uncoil the corrugated drain hose stored in the recess in the back of the machine and hook the drain hose into your standpipe or sink. Uncoil the inlet hoses and attach the hoses finger tight to the hot and cold faucets, being careful not to cross-thread the couplings. The red colored inlet is for hot, blue is for cold. Use your pliers for an additional 2/3 of a turn. Check the connections of hoses at the machine to make sure they are properly connected as well. Slowly open each faucet and check for leaks at both the faucet and the rear of the washer. You're almost done. Use the beaded strap to secure the drain hose to a tub leg or standpipe. Water comes out with a good deal of force and the hose may whip around if not fastened in place. Now it's time to check the level of the washer. If you don't have a pedestal, tip the washer back slightly and use the 2x4 to hold it up as you screw the foot up or down. Once you have a level machine, use your wrench to tighten the jam nut against the underside of the washer. This locks the foot in place so it doesn't change height as the machine moves. All 4 nuts must be tight or the washer will slip out of the level position. Move the washer into its final position. Spray window cleaner on the floor to help ease movement of the washer. Check the level again. If necessary, loosen the jam nut and make minor adjustments. Be sure to retighten the jam nut against the underside of the washer when you're done. It's important to carefully level this washer and tighten the jam nuts, or you may experience excessive vibration during spin. Collect your tools and dispose of the packaging in cartons. Plug in your new washer and you're ready to go. If your washer has a pedestal, you can adjust the level with the washer in its final location. Check the level of the washer from side to side and front to back. Reaching through the drawer opening, locate the hex head screw on the top of each pedestal foot. Use a 5/8 of an inch hex head ratchet or open-end wrench to adjust the feet up or down as needed to level the washer. Pull both drawer slides out and reassemble the drawer to the drawer slides with the 2 Phillips head screws you removed earlier. Close the drawer and you're done. Now run an initial wash cycle without clothes and with soap. To make it easier to move clothes between the washer and dryer, you can reverse the swing of the door on your matching dryer. If you're going to stack the dryer on top of the washer and you want the door to open the other way, we recommend you reverse the door before you stack the machines. The only things you'll need are a Phillips screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, a towel, and some glass cleaner. Place a towel or soft cloth on top of the dryer or on your floor, where you'll set the door when you remove it. Loosen the plastic trim above and below the handle filler and carefully pull on the trim until it unsnaps. Remove the handle filler. Notice how it hooks into the trim that you've loosened. Put the handle filler and hinge cover away for safekeeping in case you ever want to change the door back to swing the original way. Your kit has replacements for these 2 parts. Open the dryer door and remove 4 of the 5 screws that hold the hinge to the front of the dryer. Leave the second screw from the top in place. Now loosen, but do not remove this second screw. This screw is in a keyhole-shaped slot. Lift the door until the keyhole opening slips over the screw head and remove the door. Set it face down on the towel. Remove the final screw from the dryer. Now you'll remove the handle by removing the 2 Phillips screws that hold it. Pull the handle straight out. Put this old handle away with your other parts in case you need to change the door back at some time in the future. A new handle is in the kit. The door is made up of an inner door and an outer door that you must separate to get to the hinge. Remove the 6 Phillips screws, and only these 6 screws, that hold the inner door in place. Lift the inner door off the outer door and set the outer door aside. Place the inner door screw head side up on your work surface. Remove the 4 screws that hold the hinge in place. Remove the 2 screws that hold the handle bracket to the door. Move the hinge to the other side and reattach. Move the handle bracket to the other side and reattach. Set the inner door assembly aside. Put the outer door face down on your work surface and check for fingerprints on the glass. Clean them off now. You won't be able to get to them later. Place the inner door assembly into the outer door assembly. Align the hinge in the opening on the side. Be sure the inner door is completely inside the edges of the outer door edges. Now reassemble the inner and outer door with the 6 Phillips screws you removed earlier. Insert the new handle into the side opening of the door, making sure it seats and is all the way in. The 2 holes in the handle should line up with the 2 holes in the door. Reattach with 2 screws. Now prepare the door opening on the dryer. Using a small flathead screwdriver, pry up the hole plugs that fill the screw holes on the new hinge side. Push those plugs into the old holes on the other side of the door opening. Partially install a screw in the second hole from the top. This screw will help you hang the door without having to support its weight. Hang the door by slipping the keyhole slot over the second screw and tighten that screw. This will hold the door in place while you install and tighten the other 4 screws. Make sure the door latches properly when you close it, and you're done. The Whirlpool Duet can be stacked or mounted under a custom height counter. Before attempting a stacking installation, make sure the connections for water faucets, grounded electrical outlets, and gas supply line connections, if you have a gas dryer, will reach. Longer washer fill hoses, longer electric power supply cords, and a longer flexible stainless steel gas connector line than supplied with the washer and dryer may be needed. These parts are available from your dealer. If the faucets, outlets, gas supply line, receptacles, or cords need modifications, have a qualified plumber, electrician, or gas technician make the changes. Move the washer as close to its final location as possible. This is a 2-person job. Level the washer. Make sure you order the stacking kit to meet your needs. Contact your appliance dealer for this kit. In the stacking kit, you'll find the 2 dryer stop brackets and 4 screws from the parts bag. Install 1 retaining bracket on each side of the back of your washer using 2 Phillips screws in each bracket. Keep all parts in case you decide to unstack the products in the future. Get the 2 dryer retaining rails from the parts bag. With the tape facing the washer top, align one end of the rail with the front of the washer cabinet, just behind the curved console. Make sure the lower leg of the rail is against the side of the washer, and press the rail down firmly, securing the adhesive to the washer top. Repeat on the other side with the other rail. Follow the installation instructions that came with your washer and dryer to complete the installation. Mobile home installation will require the mobile home installation kit available from your dealer.